Hello everyone, welcome to Wild Writing in the Time of Corona. We're up to day 256 and I'm going to present for you an ordinary workshop today. So all you'll need is a pen, which I have somewhere. Yes, I have a pen. All you need is a pen and something to write on, your computer or laptop or notebook or whatever. And you can make a list of 6 things. So here we go. Here's the first thing I'm going to ask you to think of is a dance. Second is some sort of dry landscape or dry place. The third is a secret, any sort of secret. I think we've had that one before, but never mind. The fourth is a description of sky. So describe the sky in some way. The fifth is someone who's older, so an elderly character or an elderly person. You can create them as much in an outline if you want, doesn't really matter. And the last one is a description of eyes. Okay, just run through those again. So a dance, a dry place, a secret, some sort of description of the sky, an elderly person, and a description of eyes. Now, obviously, as you've got a person in this one, you can choose if you want to write the poem from the point of view of the person, or just write it about them, or just have them as something minor in it, or in fact, as I always say, you only really need to use 4, so you could actually leave them out altogether. So I'm going to share with you how I went about this. This is quite an interesting one for me because what I did is I spent longer editing it than I normally do, and the process of editing it I did by recording it, listening to it read back, and then thinking, no, that needs to go, that needs to go. And I was trying particularly this time to cut out what are the definite and indefinite articles, so the thes and the as. I didn't succeed particularly, but I did try because I think it makes the poem a little bit more dynamic. So my choices were a dance called the Kalash dance, which I've seen done in Pakistan, which is a whirling dance that people do. The dry place was some hills above a very northwest city in Pakistan called Chitral. So it's like almost desert landscape. The secret was where you come from. The sky was like a uniform blue. I use the word azure, which I really like. The elderly person was an old woman bending down, like down on her haunches, holding her head with a very lined face. And the eyes were they were slightly watery blue eyes with, coal around the outside. So I had it was all quite focused today on these dancers, and I tried to write the poem about the woman and slightly from her point of view, and I played around with rhythm a bit in the middle of it. So I was just going to tell you about editing. So the editing was, you can see, was actually quite intense today, really. But anyway, so this is the poem that came from today's workshop. Kalash Dancer. No roads go from here down to Chitral. We live our life in these high hills. Always that azure sky above us. Over there, behind us, Afghanistan. We live out our lives between the plains and snow. Her face, a breathing limestone pavement, she props in cupped hands held between her knees, almost like a bud, you'd say, a lotus that once bloomed. Eyes blue as her skies, still shaped in coal, warding off evil eyes every day, baby to grandma. Whirling, twirling Kalash dancer, arms outspread on each girl's shoulders, spin and dip, dip and spin, fill the skirt, fast the feet, whirling, twirling Kalash dancer, dip farewell, rise to greet. No roads yet go from here to Chitral. She lives her days in sandy hills, always the azure sky above her, around her always the mystery, living a life between earth and sky. So that was my poem about a Kalash dancer, which attempted to take an old woman sitting down on her haunches into a dance that she once did. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you'll share your poems with me. I hope that you are enjoying writing, and do get in touch if you need any sort of help or advice or want to share things. So it's contrarycast@gmail.com. Until the next workshop in a couple of days, you take care. Bye-bye for now.